Good evening. I am Kyle Gresko, and we are here with a very special Gresko production. We have a very special guest to interview tonight. He is coming here all the way live from, well, it depends on where he just flew into. We're not really sure, but we've got a great interview tonight with John Scarborough. First question for you, John. Who was Terry Burnett?
T-Bone Burnett.
Is there anything about him you can tell us? More than just who he was? You know, what was he like?
He couldn't sing.
And you knew T-Bone while you were in high school. Who was your best friend in high school?
T-Bone Burnett.
What made the year 1963 so special for your band? I believe they were called the Shadows. What made 1963 so special for you guys?
T-Bone Burnett. 3 brothers and a cousin.
Changing gears a little bit, you went vegetarian for a couple of years, right? Was it really difficult to go not eating any meat at all?
It sort of felt important.
I have a copy of Rolling Stone magazine somewhere. Paul McCartney was doing an interview for it, and it was really weird. He said something about your band. Do you remember what he said about your band?
I thought we were going to be the Beatles' second coming.
What do you credit the early successes of the Shadows to? Do you credit it to like your work ethic? Was it your passion? Did you just have a little special musical something that none of the other bands had?
Harold's mother knew a booking agent and also a record producer.
What was your favorite recording that you made with the Shadows?
We didn't record anything.
You're turning 75. It's a very special birthday. We're all very excited for you. We all know you have lots of stories and lots of moments that you like to talk about. So I gotta know, what are you most proud of?
I think we played a couple of frat parties.
Yeah. Now, you didn't grow up in Massachusetts and New England, where you live now. You grew up in the great state of Texas, right? What are your thoughts about Texas? The former Republic of Texas.
I think it used to be a big bowling alley. Maybe not. It was very big. Had a really high ceiling. Really like an arena.
Just to switch back to the Shadows again. What were your thoughts when T-Bone joined the Shadows?
He couldn't sing.
And I understand you and him developed sort of a wonderful friendship, is how you called it at one point. How would you describe that wonderful friendship? What was the relationship between you two like?
He was our rhythm guitar player, and I played lead.
What's your favorite type of rabbit? What's your favorite type of rabbit?
The Velveteens.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank right now? I know a lot of people surely have helped you along your way or inspired you. Is there anyone you'd like to thank now that you have this very nice platform that we made for you? Is there anyone you'd like to thank?
T-Bone Burnett.
You've known a lot of people in your life. You've lived a lot of places, and so you've met a lot of people in a lot of different groups and atmospheres. Is there any one person in particular you'd like to thank right now?
T-Bone Burnett.
Is there any one person who was like the largest influence on your life other than me? Like, who had the biggest influence on where your life ended up other than me? Other than me.
T-Bone Burnett.
Who was the weakest member of the Shadows? Who was the worst player in the Shadows? Who was the weakest? As a performer, as a musician, who was the worst? Who was bad?
Harold's mother.
And if T-Bone were here right now, is there anything you'd like to say to him?
The Shadows was the name of our high school band.
I don't know what that noise was. I have it here. A source said that you were asked to open for the Velveteens at the 5th annual Johnny Blue Porta Potty Flush Fest. When you were asked and invited to go to that wonderful event, how did you feel? How did the band feel?
We sort of felt important.
Okay, last question for you, and then I'll let you go. You've done great. Thank you so much for being on. It's well known that you like to allege that there is a black acoustic guitar you own that has been signed by former legend Johnny Cash. But I don't know. I think everyone doubts that it's actually Johnny Cash who signed it. Who really signed that black acoustic guitar, John? Who signed it, John? John, who signed it?
Harold's mother.
All right, well, thank you, John. I'm sure we all really wanted to know that. You've said some very wise things. I feel like I've learned a lot about you.
One of their parents was in the yacht club.
So I'll let you get back to your birthday celebrations. Thank you very much for being on. And I don't know. See ya. Dad, and see you at Thanksgiving.
Texan he didn't like. You could ask his first or second wife. Yes, it's true, he needs no big intro. Just make sure you don't pronounce it Scarborough. Wearing jeans at the way to the airport, you insisted the driver pull over. Changed into slacks to be stoic. Not really, you were just claustrophobic. The stories we hear are really a treat. Like, what would you do to avoid sitting coach middle seat? You fly out from Denver and west to LA. And catch the red eye to New York City. One time you called AccuWeather. Your conversation skills never better. Complaining to customer service that the monthly fees were outrageous. Stubbornness that rivaled that of Van Ox. What do you know? The price is on the box. Listen, you fool, do you know who I am? I am a highly educated man. Speaking of being educated man, paid a guy to take your college exam. A guy comes knocking on your door at 10 a.m. Why on earth, says the TA, knows who I am. Looks like Cheater Johnny's in a jam. Back in high school, 1963, had a band that made the girls all scream. Why on earth would you kick a T-bone out? Pretty sure that karma gave you gout. Some of the things that you did were pure, like the time you drove the furniture across the country just to help your son. Who's the greatest dad? You're the one. So much fun on the good night moon. In your heart there's always room. There's always a chord there that I can't remember what it is. And generous with all your freaking stories. Tell them over, tell them over and over again, to a guy that's not even your friend. Just one more you don't wanna miss. This boat was meant for this. Tell your stories, tell it one more time. Even if they say that it's a crime, it could be felt that we all got jaded, hoping that your memory faded. So take my, so much garbage, it's a sin. Tell the house guests to use the bin. Bottles here, cans there, yes sir. Do it right, or don't cause a stir. Some investors like to move their cash, but for you, you'd rather move your trash. Fill the orange bag nice and plump. Get those maggots over to the dump. And then a little bonus thing. We wouldn't say that you're a dream squasher. It's just crazy how you load the dishwasher. Of my years bore you to tears. Australian beers, Ferrari appears. Everybody now.
Days of my years bore you to tears. Australian